Yes, good morning students. After 2 days we are meeting again. We have come here to learn further. Hope you have enjoyed 2 days. You have spent very calculative and resourceful time. So last day as we ended with application of tuples, now we will see some useful and important functions of tuple. Okay. Let us see. Here we will discuss a few of the functions such as, just you see, len function, max function, min function, tuple function, count, index, sum, any, all, sorted and reverse. This we will see today. Let us see. We have taken two tuples. One is dy, another is no. Values of dy under parenthesis you see sun, mon, tu, wd, thu, fri, sat. This is symbolic of the weekdays. So dy. Another variable tuple no that contains 101, 201, 501, 401, 301, 601. Now see the functions, applications. Print total number of days, print total number of under quotation, len dy. So len function counts the values present in tuple. So naturally the output will be 7. Now print next is max. Print the maximum value under quotation comma max function no. Among the values of no, maximum will print the maximum value, that is 601. Min, print the minimum value comma min no. So minimum of no is 101. So output will be 101. Here after we will see tuple. Tuple function does what? It converts string value or list value, value of list or value of string into tuple. This is the function of tuple. See how? Let us see. Here we have taken two variables, one is LST, one is STR, two variables. LST contains in square bracket, as you know, JN, 31, FAB, 28, MAR, 31, APR, 30. Numeric values and character values. Character values are under quotation, numeric values are also there without quotation. Another variable, string variable str is equal to under quotation INDO ARYAN, another variable, string variable. Now see, print tuple LST. What does it print? The values of LST will be converted into tuple and will be printed in this format. See, Jan, 31, FAB, 28, MAR, 31, April, 30. The text values are under quotation and numeric values are without quotation as it is, and the output becomes the under parenthesis, that is tuple. Next, print tuple str. So the string value is changed into tuple. So under parenthesis output, what is the output of this? Converts the string into tuple. Single quotation I, single quotation N, single quotation D, single quotation C, single quotation A, R, Y, A, N. So this string value becomes tuple character by character. Each character is separated by comma and each character is under quotation. So the tuple function converts the string value and list value into tuple. So if you have any data which is string, any data which is list, so that you can change into tuple. So it has very dynamic application. Then count, it's very easy. Print Friday occurs this many times in specific value. In specific value, how many times and specific value is present in the tuple? Count does that. Len counts the number of values present in the tuple, and count counts occurrence of a specific value, how many times of occurrence of a specific value in the tuple. See how? Print Friday occurs this many times. You know the function of this percentage sign, the value which comes there, that will be printed here. Then times percentage sign dy count. Count will be applicable on the dy values. Remember what is dy value? What are the no values? And dy value Fry. How many? That means how many times this value, the Fry value, is present in dy. So naturally here it is one time. So output will be Friday occurs. So d here the value comes from percentage sign the whole. The output of this function will be printed there. Okay, numeric value. So d times 1 times. Clear? Okay. So this is called count. Now next is index. It shows the index value of a specific index number, an index of a specific value in the tuple. Index of a specific value in the tuple. So you know the tuple starts from from 0 index positively. So see, print the value of Friday is the index value, rather index value of Friday is dy dot index of Fry. Index value of FRI in dy. Where is the position of FRI in the values of dy? That value is getting returned. So the index of Friday is dy dot index FRI. Okay, Friday is not there, that is actually FRI. So FRI how many times? What is the index of FRI in dy? So naturally 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the index of Friday is that 5 comes here. Clear? Next, next function is sum function. Print total of the total of the values. Okay, total of the values. Print total of the values is sum NO. What is the sum of the values of NO? You saw the values of NO 101, 201 like this. So the total of the value is this. It calculates the sum of the values. It gets the total of the values. Okay. Next is any. Any means it is in Boolean. The return value is Boolean, either true or false. If at least one condition is true, if one condition is true and there is no blank value, then always it will return true. If all values are wrong, all values are false, all conditions are false, then it returns false. Or if any variable has no value, blank value, then it returns false. Otherwise, if any condition is true, then it will return true. Let us see. Say as a variable x, value is Amit, variable y, value is 17. Now any, print any under parenthesis, x equal to Ajit, so value is not matching, comma, y is equal to 17. One value is getting matched, output will be true. Next, any, x is equal to Amit, y is equal to 71. So this value gets matched, this is not getting matched, true. Any, x is equal to Ajit, y is equal to double is equal to. This double is equal to. Ajit and y 71. So both conditions are not matching, so false. X is equal to Amit, y is equal to blank, nothing, so it will be also false. So this way, any function, it checks any of the condition is true or not. Okay. So next is all. It is almost same. X is Ajit, y is 17. It checks what? Any one is true or not. If any one condition is true, then it will return true. Out of 5 conditions, if only one is true, it will return true. So the small difference is what? In any, if one condition has no value, then also it returns. If any one condition has no value, it returns false. But here it is not like that. If any condition is true, then return is true. So this is the only difference. All, if any condition is true, it will return true. Next comes sorted. Sorted, we discussed last day also, in our last class we also discussed sorted. Sorted sorts the value by default in ascending order and assigned to a variable. So original value never gets changed. The order of the original value remain as it is. So sorted function sorts the values and assign to a variable. See, print sorted dy. So if it prints, so alphabetical order, the values will be printed. So Friday, Monday, Saturday, so 2s, so next character will be compared then. If first two characters are same, the next two character will be in ascending order, the values are getting printed. Similarly, print sorted NO. The numeric values of NO are printed in ascending order. So this is called sorted. If you write reverse is equal to true, if you print reverse is equal to true, then it is sorted in descending order. By default, reverse is equal to false, means ascending order. Next, reversed. Okay, how the values are getting reversed. So reversed NO, values or NO are in reversed order and assigned to another variable N1. So original value remains as it is. Reversed exchange the index values. The last one will get the first index, second last will get the second index, third last value will get the third index, like this. So in reverse NO, if you remember the values of NO, that goes to NO1 for I in NO1. I in NO1, print I. So one by one the values will be coming in from NO1. So see 601, 301, 401, 501, 201, 101. 101 had the first index in NO. Now it has come at the last. The last value was 601. Now it has come in the first. So the order is getting changed. So this is a function of tuple. So here tuple ends. Next day we will see the new chapter, new topic. Okay, thank you very much.